Good afternoon. This meeting of the Watertown Licensing Board is in session. It is Monday, June 15, 4:30 p.m. We have a very short agenda this afternoon. On June 1, the governor issued an executive order regarding Phase 2 of the Massachusetts reopening plan in connection with the COVID-19 pandemic. That was COVID-19 Order Number 35. The order includes provisions for outdoor dining restaurant service and authorizes a streamlined local approval for outdoor restaurant seating. It requires the establishment of a process for local approval by the chief executive of the city or town without regard to any zoning approval that might otherwise be required. In Watertown, the chief executive is the town manager. The order also states that approval of alcohol service for outdoor seating areas, as opposed to food only, is under the purview of the local licensing authority. In Watertown, the local licensing authority for alcohol sale and service is this licensing board. Under the usual process, when a license holder requests approval to expand its service area to an outdoor space, it must apply to the licensing board for approval of an alteration of the licensed premises. If the application is approved, it must then be submitted to the Massachusetts Alcoholic Beverages Control Commission for approval by the commission. Under the executive order, however, local approval of outdoor seating does not require any further action by the ABCC. Also, any outdoor seating approval given under the special process created by the executive order is effective only through November 1, 2020. The ABCC has further advised that a local licensing authority can delegate its approval action for outdoor alcohol service to another town official. In that instance, the proposed delegation was to a town administrator. The town manager's office has prepared a policy which provides for administration and implementation of the outdoor seating application and an approval process through the office of the town manager. And that incorporates a delegation of the alcohol service approval function by the licensing board to the town manager. In order for this alcohol service approval process to be administered under the office of the town manager, the licensing board must vote to approve such action. Our task today in this meeting is to consider approval of a delegation to the town manager of the outdoor alcohol service approval function under the town's policy titled Procedure and Rules on Use of Outdoor Space for Food and Alcohol Service. After discussion, I will entertain a motion to that effect. So, Sandra, John, do you have any further comments to make?
I don't, although do I give my opinion right now about it? Or
You may if you wish.
yeah, I think it's perfectly appropriate to have the town manager make the approvals according to the process that's been put in place. But other than that, I don't have any other comments to make.
John?
I would concur with Sandra, given the circumstances. I think it's a wise course as well.
Mr. Dineski, is there any further step that the board should take before I entertain a motion to this issue?
There's nothing further required, Madam Chair, at this point, in my view.
Okay. I will note that because this is a meeting, it is open to the public, but it is not a hearing, and therefore there is no defined public comment period. I would like to entertain a motion that includes, as part of the text, a statement that this delegation will expire with the expiration of the governor's order for this particular activity, which is on November 1, 2020. I move that the board delegate to the town manager the approval function for outdoor alcohol service under the town's policy, procedures, and rules on use of outdoor space for food and alcohol service in connection with the governor's executive order of June 1, 2020, COVID-19 order number 35, which expires on November 1, 2020. Ms. Hoffman?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
with that phrase at the end, I would recommend that you revise it to say such delegation to expire on November 1, because as presented, it could be read to refer to the executive order, and that does not have that kind of expiration date in it.
Okay. Subject to the wording, let's see. Whoops, wrong document.
You referenced in your
Yes, the
word.
motion, I will add the sentence, I will exchange for the wording which expires on November 1 to state in said this delegation expires on November 1, 2020. Does that meet your
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Kasabian Hoffman,
I agree.
Mr. Labadini,
I agree as well.
thank you. There being no further business for us to conduct this meeting, the meeting is adjourned.